Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a box from Madam Glam. And this is actually a couple of different orders that I placed. So I think there's 3 different orders, at least 2 different orders in here because I ordered the gel paint separately. But they have come out with 14 new gel paint colors. So I'm just going to run through them real quick and kind of compare to some of the other ones that I have as far as the outer things go, because they're a little fiddly and I'm not going to open them all up right now, but I just kind of wanted to like show you guys so you could go around and grab them if you want to run and grab them. So before I get started on opening them up, Madam Glam first released their gel paint kit. I'll just zoom all the way out for a minute. So they first came out with their gel paints kit, and this was like the first rendition of their paints. And they came in this cute little box, which I was wishing that those did too, but you know, oh well. But it's got a little magnetic closure, and it's got all the little spots. Of course, I've got a couple of them that I need to put away. I got my black and my gold, I think, out running around in my nail room. But they had the little, you know, the little sections for it to go. Ooh, I'm trying to throw them on the floor. But yeah, so this was the first kit that they came out with, and then hold tight. Then they came out with 6 more, and we have our neon set. So they came out with these 6, and we had a pink, a coral, orange, yellow, green, and a blue, but we didn't have a purple. We didn't get like a neon purple, although the purple in the original set was kind of a, you know, like a bright deep purple, so it kind of went with the set, so it's fine. And now let me scoot this out of the way so we can take a look at these guys. So they came out with 2 different sets. We have a lighter set and a brighter set. I will pop up on the screen. They will both be linked individually as well as the entire bundle in the description of this video. I have them all kind of like, you know, mixed up in here, so I'm going to get them out and separate them into the sets that they come in. So, oops. I am going to do, let's see, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And we have our pink. I think that's okay. I think that's 7 and 7. Okay, and you can't see them. Let me scoot over. Okay, so here we have our 7 and 7. So we have, first up, we have hot pink. Hot pink, which is the ultra pink, and our pink. So the hot pink is a little bit brighter. Like I said, I'm not going to open these right now because they are a little fiddly. I actually think that these ones have different, yeah, these ones have different, like they've got the little pull tab. So I'll crack that open. You can see that, and let's see how it compares to the ultra pink. Ooh, I'm going to make a mess. Okay, so it looks like it is a little bit darker. This one needs a little stir because it's been sitting for a while, but this, it actually looks like it is a like reddier pink. This one has more of that blue tone like base to it. This one is a little bit peachier almost. So they're a little bit different. These containers are super duper full as well. I'm gonna try not to make a mess, but let's get him closed back up. So yeah, I'm not gonna open up all of these. I'm just gonna kind of compare to the outer side, because then we have our baby pink from the light collection. So this looks like it's going to be just darker than our pink, but not quite as neon as the other one. So there's our pinks, and then we have flame red, and then we don't have another like red. We just have like the I guess the blush pink maybe would have gone with the pinks, but I do want to open that one up and kind of check it. So we have our normal red. So it's a little bit brighter. This one's going to be a little bit darker, maybe more of that like fire engine red. I've got that. And then our orange. You grab our orange. So it looks like the original orange is a little bit lighter. I don't know if that's really coming off on camera. They almost look the same. But the lava orange is a little bit, like almost looks a little bit deeper. See if I can do this without making a mess. There's our lava orange. Make sure I didn't get it all over me. And here is the regular orange. Again, it needs a little bit of a stir, but it is darker. So this one is more of a neon, and there wasn't a neon orange in the neon set. There was just the hot coral, which is more of a pink. So that doesn't compare. Let's go ahead and close him up. We have that. And our orange. Oh wait, we do have an orange. It's glow orange. So it is more of like a yellow based orange. And it kind of popped out of here. Let me see if I can go. So it's a little bit more yellow, and this was the glow orange from the neon set from years ago. Just got gel paint on my fingers. Okay, so then we have the greens. We have lime green, we have dusty green, and we have mint green. Oh, and we have, oh, that's neon yellow. Oh, I skipped yellow. That's all right, we'll come back to it. It's fine, we don't have to go in rainbow order. So here's our OG green, and then lime green is going to be our closest, but again, this one looks a little darker. So the lime green I think is going to be a little bit brighter. Then we have our mint green and our dusty green. So I kind of want to look at the mint green, just because I'm hoping that this has, I'm hoping that it looks, oh yeah, it's kind of like a teal. That's really pretty. So this is going to help with like mixing colors. So if you have like the OG sets, those are that one. Let's check out the dusty green. This one doesn't have a pull thing. Am I missing something here? Did the label, or did the topper not? Oh, does it have the different? Tess has got one of like the older. Okay, I'm not. I'm not gonna try to get it. I'm gonna try to pull it off. Way. I just want to poke it a little bit, see what it looks like. Peel that back. Okay, yeah. So that's a nice dusty green. I don't know if you guys, you'll be able to see it a little bit. That's a good one. I like that. Okay. So then we have, oh, that one goes over there. So then we have our blues. So we have baby blue and electric blue. And we have dynamic blue from the other set. And then we have our blue. So again, the blue and the electric blue are going to be a little bit darker. Then the dynamic blue is the neon blue, so it's going to be brighter. And then our baby blue looks like it's kind of like a periwinkle blue. So happy to have each of these in my set. I'm not going to open all of them. I'm just going to make a mess. Oh, we keep forgetting to do the yellow. Let's do the yellow. We have pale yellow and we have neon yellow. And then we have electric yellow from the neon ones, and then our normal yellow. So our pale yellow is going to be pale yellow. Electric is our neon. Then we have neon, which is also neon, but it looks more yellow. I wonder how these compare. Let's compare these. Oh no, this one has the other seal. I must have got like the end. Oh, why am I trying to use that? I must have got like the end of a batch. I'm gonna end up cutting my thing. Okay. So, let me wipe that off. And then our electric yellow. They are similar. They look more similar on camera. But the new one here, what's it called? The neon yellow is just a little bit brighter. Like it's got a little bit more of a yellow tint to it. I don't. They look almost identical on camera. They're not. They're a little bit different. They are a little bit different. Would you need both of them? No, you probably don't need both of them. If you have the neon set, you probably wouldn't need the new neon set. But there are some different colors in it. I'm not sure if these are available individually. They might be eventually. But I also want to see this one too. Okay, so if any of y'all ever get these little pots and like it's starting to come out, just take and push it down and it usually snaps in there. Like I think this one I already got to snap. But then it won't pop out of there anymore. I had one of my builders do that and I went to fix it with some glue, and when I pushed it down it snapped, and then it was like, oh yep, I'm good, I'm in there. Here's our pale yellow. That's like a super duper pale yellow. That's nice. Like that. Happy to have that. Let me wipe a little knife off so I don't make a mess. But yeah, that's a nice pale yellow. As its name would suggest, it is a pale yellow. And then we have our purple, and then the blush pink. This is the other one I wanted to open. Okay, good. It's got one of the little pull tabs. Oh, it's got like a super hard pull tab. There we go. Okay, yeah, this one is really nice. I like that pink. Super nice. What is it called? Blush pink. Yes, it's definitely a blush pink. Super light. Be very pretty to use as highlights in like floral nail art and such. And then last but not least, we have our purple, which we only have purple to go with our magenta and our lavender. So we have the dark purple and then the lighter two purples. So I'm happy to have those in my collection. So go darkest to lightest. Because with a lot of these colors, you end up mixing colors to get like your perfect shade, which I will still do. Obviously, we're still gonna like have to mix a little bit to get some of the in-between shades. But now we have some of those in-between shades between these two collections, and our OG and the neon. And let's see, does this one have, yeah, this one's got a good easy pull tab. So let's take a look at him and see what it looks like. Oh yeah, that's a bright, see, that's the neon purple that I wanted to see with the neon set. So we have, oops. So we've got that like bright neon purple to go with the hot coral, the ultra pink, the electric yellow, vivid green, dynamic blue. And I don't remember the other color. Oh, the orange. Sorry, the orange, the glow orange. So yeah, so now we have some of those gap fillers and we have a neon purple to go with neon set, our little neon set over here, and our OG set here. And yeah, so that's those. Like I said, they are available in the, did I do it right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we've got the Brights collection, and then we have the Light collection. So we've got the ones that are a little bit dustier, and then we've got the ones that are brighter, more closer to the originals / neons. So if you have either one of those collections, you may not need this collection, although they are somewhat different. The hot pink is it would be definitely different. And the magenta, I think. But these ones are definitely those gap fillers that we don't have because they're the in-between colors, like the pale yellow, the blush pink, our lavender, baby blue. They're all kind of those in-between shades. So awesome. Glad to have them in my life. Now I just have to find somehow to store them because I don't have another container like this one that houses the original 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, the original 12 pack. Okay, I'll get those out of the way. And then next up, we have released a brush cleaner. So you get a little squeezy bottle of brush cleaner, and it just says put 1 to 2 drops onto a palette, and then gently drag the brush through the brush cleaner, remove excess with a lint-free wipe. So this is basically going to be kind of like a clear gel to clean out your brushes so that you're not cleaning them with alcohol or acetone like what I do, because that's what I do and you probably shouldn't do that. Oh, am I gonna find? Okay. All right, so we're not gonna open it. We are going to give it a little. I have a palette here somewhere. Of course, it's a white one, so you're not really gonna be able to see. We're just gonna drip. So I just like dripped a little drip out there, and it's not super runny, which is nice. I'm gonna go ahead and put the cap on. But you get a little cap to put on it that has a little cap, so you've got like a little squeeze tube. So you just take this off, take your seal off, and then put this on, and then you just take the little cap off, and you can squeeze it out onto your palette. So that's nice. That's what I'm gonna do. But then what you want to do is you want to take a brush. Do I have a brush that I've used? It's still over here. Oh, let's take this guy. So he's just a little cheapy one I found on Temu, I think. And you can kind of see the bristles are, just kind of out there. It is. I haven't used it on anything yet, but we're just gonna kind of dip that in. And if this had anything in it, any other gels in it, it would kind of work its way out of the brush. So what I'm doing is, if you can see, I'm just kind of mushing my brush in there and just kind of dipping it down and wiggling it. And that's going to work any of the polish or gel paint or anything that I have in that brush out of it. And then once it's kind of clear, like you would wipe it up if you needed to do it again, like just do a couple of drops. And like that was literally like one little drop, and I probably would get this brush cleaned out entirely with that. But so once you've done that, you get all the goop out of it. You just take a lint-free wipe And I usually just kind of run it through once or twice, and then it keeps your bristles together, and you put your cap on and you're good to go. And I always take, before I start using a brush for any of my art, I will always run it through a little bit of alcohol or acetone just to get any kind of residual, kind of like dried up gel out of it, so that the bristles will move freely. And then I'll go right into the gel. So you just clean out, get the residuals out, and then you're going right back into the gel, and that's going to rehydrate it. So so yeah, but this is a really good way to clean out all the gunk. And the darker pigmented polishes and gel paints that you're using, I don't think this would clean out regular polish. I don't think that it has any like acetone or anything like that in it. That's not one of the ingredients. It looks like it's just acrylates and copolymers, which are gel. So I'm sure this would cure if it was exposed to the UV light. So just make sure that you're not leaving the bottle open or leaving your palette sit next to the light, and you should be fine. Okay, and then next up I have these 4 bottles. And one of these bottles is not like the other. Okay, well, 2 of them are not like the other. So we'll start with those 2. This one first is a backup bottle that I purchased of a polish called Earth Day Everyday. And Earth Day Everyday, I'm not going to open this bottle because it's my backup and I don't want to like break the seal opening it. But it is a nice jam-packed glitter polish, and it's like a neutral kind of taupey nude color with a bunch of like silvery hollow glitters, some very super fine hollow glitters, and all the fun stuff. This is like number 2 on my top 10 of glitters, I guess. I don't know that I could come up with a top 10 favorite of all time of Madam Glam, but definitely of the glitters, this is like my number 2 go-to anytime anybody wants to pair like a gold or a silver. This one is usually like the silver that we go for because it's a nice neutral, and it's not super chunky, and it gives you all the twinkle. So Earth Day Everyday, highly recommend grabbing this because it may not be around forever. So I've got my backup. Run to Madam Glam and grab you a backup, or grab you a first one, I guess, if you don't have it. The next one I got was, and I've got some fuzzies stuck to it, is their Soak Off base coat, and they've kind of reformulated with keratin. And I don't know that this is going to replace, or if it has replaced, their normal base coat, but I decided to pick this up when I got the email that said, hey, we have a new base, a new formula. So this just may be an extra formula of their base coat, but it is, it has keratin in it that is supposed to help nourish your nails. And I do have a couple ladies who have kind of on the weaker side of nails. So I thought I would give this a try and see if it helps them out. And if it does, then that will be their base coat. And then these 2 bottles are the same, so we're not really gonna like, open both of them. And there really isn't much to see, but this is Madam Glam's Gel Polish Remover. Now, I completely forgot that I had a bottle of this that I tried a little while ago, like a couple years ago, maybe a couple years ago. And I completely forgot that I had this. And then I saw on their website, I don't know if they posted or if it was in an email that I got or whatever, but I was like, oh my gosh, I have that. Well, I started using it for my my pedicures, to remove gel polish on my pedicures, because you can't really put soak off caps on toes. It just doesn't work out so well. And I hate filing off the polish because that just takes forever. So if I can just buff the surface and then throw a little bit of this on, and let it soak in and peel it right off, then I'm happy. But this is, it's clear, so you're not really going to see much, but it's like a kind of a goopy formula. And you just kind of goop it on the nail. Sorry, that was not in focus at all. So it is just kind of like a thick kind of goop. And you just like buff up the surface of the nail. And then you apply this and let it soak. Just open. You don't have to cover it or anything. You know, you just paint it on and let it sit. And then it'll kind of like start to bubble up the gel polish, and then it peels right off. So super easy, fast and effective way to get your gel polish soaked off your toes. So I have started using this in my pedicure regimen when my ladies come back if they've had gel polish. Regular polish just comes off with regular acetone, but gel polish takes a little bit more to soak off. So here we go. We got the gel polish remover. So that is my little mini haul from Madam Glam. Throw that back in there. And if there's anything here that you see that you like, that you want to know more about, give me some comments down below. Don't forget to click on the link in the description box. It will take you to, well, any of the links in the description box. It will take you to the gel paint bundle. I'll leave one for the brush cleaner, for the remover, maybe even for Earth Day every day. But Madam Glam's website is so easy. If you know the name of the polish, or even if you think you know the name of the polish, you can start typing it in and they will come up with suggestions and you'll find it. You'll find it. Their website is super easy to navigate. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like. Hit that little thumbs up button. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Become a crazy member of this little nail world I've got going on over here. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you are new to Madam Glam, if you are an OG Madam Glammer. But yeah, so let me know down below if you have any of these, if you've picked any of these items up. If you're thinking about picking them up, like I said, don't forget to click on my link in the description. It will take you right there. Don't forget you can use my code. I keep forgetting that I have a code. It is Lynn35, I believe. I'll pop it up on the screen. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But you can use that code and save yourself 35% off of any of like the non-sale items on Madam Glam. I always tell people to just sign up for the VIP program because it makes everything 50% off, well, all the gels anyway. And then you get like exclusive early access to like sales and stuff that they have when they do like VIP sales that are like 55% off, and then it's like site wide 50% off. So there's all kinds of better benefits and better perks for the VIP membership. So I always suggest that, and you can pause it at any time. You can cancel it at any time. So if you want to sign up for a couple of months, start a collection, buy a bunch of gel polishes at 50% off, and then pause it. You can pause it. I don't think you can pause it indefinitely. Like I think it's just like a month or two that you pause it and then you have to like reactivate it. But you can always cancel it if you decide that, you know, hey, I really don't think I need this. I'm just gonna go ahead and cancel it. They don't really give you much of a hassle. They might send you an email going, oh, please come back, or why are you canceling? You know, like any other place would. But yeah, so you can sign up for a couple months. You can let your credits build up, and then you can go on like a shopping spree and buy a bunch of stuff, or you can spend that $29 that goes into your account every month. Every month, it's up to you. You can use as little or as much as you want from those credits when you make a purchase. So you can use up to what the total amount is if you have that many credits, if that makes sense. I'm just rambling on now. But if you have any other questions about Madam Glam, please don't hesitate to leave them down below in the comments. I try to make sure that I respond back to everybody's comments, and I try to find out any and all information that I can for you guys. So yeah, leave me the comments. Let me know what you think down below. And yeah, I hope you all have an amazing day, and I hope to see you in my next video.